Hi children and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss lesson number 2 of class 9th English, and that is the sound of music. So students, it is divided into two parts and both are biographies of popular musicians. So the name of the first biography is Evelyn Gellin Listens to Sound Without Hearing It. Now, you all must be wondered or confused that how can one listen to sound when you can't hear it? How? Let's discover in the story. So students, this is a story of Evelyn, who is the popular Scottish multi-percussionist. So here the word percussionist means one who can play variety of musical instruments. So students, Evelyn can play about thousands of musical instruments with perfection. Students, the outstanding thing is being deaf. She fought against a physical disability and became a source of inspiration for thousands of disabled persons. So let's see her amazing journey as she shared it in one of the interviews. The story begins with the scene of the crowded train platform. People are pushing each other. Amidst this, there is a small, thin girl of 17 years waiting for the train. She is none other than Evelyn Gellin. As she feels the vibration of the approaching train, she gets nervous and excited too because it was her first day at the Royal Academy of Music in London. As Evelyn was from a rural area of Scotland, for her moving from rural area to London was not that challenging. But learning music without hearing it was the biggest challenge for her. Yes, students, Evelyn was deeply deaf. Dear students, Evelyn's deafness was gradual. When she was 8 years old, schoolgirl, her mother, Asbel Gallin, recollects an incident. She says that Evelyn was waiting for her turn to play the piano. But when her name was announced, she didn't respond. Her mother realized that something is wrong with Evelyn. Evelyn had managed to hide it from all others. At last, when she was 11 years, her marks went worse. So, the headmaster requested her parents to take her to the specialist. Then found that due to nerve damage, she had lost her sense of hearing. So doctor advised her parents that she should get hearing aid. So children, hearing aid is an equipment that helps the person to hear some extent. And doctor also suggested her to admit her to the school of deaf children. Evelyn's word became colorless and suddenly looked black. It was very difficult for her to accept it. Obviously, it was a great shock. But this disability did not end her goals. Basically, she wanted to be a musician. One day she saw a girl playing a xylophone. She too wanted to play it, but no one supported her. But the master percussionist Ron Forbes believed she could do it. He believed in her potentiality. Ron Forbes tuned two drums. He asked her not to hear but to sense or feel the sound in some other way. Evelyn was excited. She felt the vibration of higher notes in the upper part of her body and lower notes of drum in the lower part of her body. This is how she can listen to sound although she cannot hear. Later, she realized that she could feel the vibrations in every part of her body, in her hair, in her cheekbones, and even in her skin. Whenever she performs on a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that she can feel the vibrations of the musical instruments passed through her bare feet. So, students, once she had learned to open her mind and body to sound and vibration, you believe me, she progressed like anything in her career. She toured to UK and performed with the youth Orchestra. She gave an audition to the Royal Academy of Music, and she scored highest marks in the history of the academy. So initially Evelyn performed in group, then started to perform alone, which means solo performances. At the end of 3 years course, she had captured the topmost awards. So students, if anyone appreciated Evelyn, she won't accept it. And she says if you work hard and have an aim, then you will definitely achieve it. She worked hard and gained mastery in thousands of musical instruments. So, students, she is the most popular multi percussionist of the world. Isn't it amazing? She had a very busy schedule. So, students, it was so fascinating to see Evelyn identifying the slightest sounds effortlessly. Now, the writer Deborah Coley says in her 2 hours interview, she never missed a single word. Evelyn states in her interview that men with the bushy beards gave her trouble. Why is it so? Can you identify it? This is because as the person's lips are covered with bushy beards, she could not get the lip movement. So she says that she doesn't only see the lips but sees the whole face, especially the eyes. As she belongs to Scotland, she speaks in a Scottish accent. In spite of her deafness, students, she had learned two new languages like French and Japanese. Now, Evelyn is the most invited celebrity and she entertains her audience like anything. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Master percussionist James Blade admires about her that God took away Evelyn's hearing ability, but in return gave her a power of sensing sounds which enabled to become a great musician. Evelyn is very, very hardworking. Apart from the regular concerts, she gives free concerts in the hospitals and prisons as well as she teaches for the young musicians. Evelyn is an ideal musician, and Richelin, who belongs to the Beethoven Funds for Deaf Children, says that she is an inspiration for deaf, and when they come to know about Evelyn, they get confidence to achieve their dreams. Evelyn's achievements are higher than those who are double than her age. Generally, percussion instruments like drum, xylophone are placed in the back end of the orchestra or at the side. But when Evelyn performed solos, she brought percussions in the instruments in the front of the orchestra. Her story is an inspiration to all disabled people. They feel that if Evelyn can achieve her dreams, even they can also achieve it. She gave enormous pleasure to millions and millions of audience through her music. So students, are you inspired by Evelyn's story? Yes? So I hope you like it. And what do we understand by this story? Definitely, it tells that if there is a strong will, sky is the limit for human success. Strong determination is the key to the success in life. It is the fighting spirit of a person that brings success. So, without determination, one cannot achieve anything in life. Do you agree with me? So, children, this lesson inspires us to aim high in life as it conveys the message that nothing is impossible for humans if they stay determined towards their goal. It further inspires us not to be satisfied with what we have already achieved. So, thank you. So, if you find it informative, like, share, and consider subscribing my channel.